Hey guys, welcome back to another build. Now this one's going to be a solo guide on Kommo-o that's just come out. Very good Pokemon, 60 times the normal health. It also has Iron Head, Dragon Claw, Close Combat, Boom Burst, so it's a mixed attacker. And if that isn't bad enough, it also does a turn 0 Clangorous Soul. Magenta is very good for this if you have an Intimidate user. We already covered that though, and in that video we said we would find a Pokemon that's more available. If you don't have Magenta, then of course you'll need someone else. So we found Annihilate. It was recommended to me by Ricky on Discord, so thank you for that. So it's going to be Annihilate, Ghost type Terra, held item Shell Bell to restore health the more damage we deal, max EVs in HP and attack, adamant nature, max IVs in everything except for special attack. The ability, it doesn't really matter. Rage Fist is going to be the main attack here, of course. It gets more powerful the more you get hit. You probably know that already. Bulk Up, increase our attack and defense. Drain Punch. Drain Punch is just going to be used at the start of the raid to get health back while we're waiting for Rage Fist to boost up and for our Terra to just activate. And then, just in case we're going to go down, which we are probably going to do before we can terrestrialize, but we're one turn away from getting our Terra, we have Vacuum Wave because it always goes first, and then when we come back we'll be at full health ready to terrestrialize. So we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to keep going into it until I don't get an Intimidate user because this can be done without one. So challenge alone, I'll be back when we are in a raid without an Intimidate user. Okay, it took quite a few tries, but we don't have an Intimidate user here. So Clangorous Soul gets used at the very beginning of the raid, as you probably know, if you've done this raid at least once, increasing all of its stats. Okay, so it's just going through all the stats now. Speed Rose. Now we're going to use Bulk Up and 1. Only move it's going to use really is going to be Dragon Claw, because its actual Boom Burst doesn't affect us, and it's... what's that other move called? I forgot what it's called. Close Combat, there we go. Close Combat doesn't affect us, but it will use Close Combat on your teammates, so it will still get the defense drop. And now we switch to Drain Punch. So it uses Dragon Claw, does less damage because of the AI shield and the actual bulk up that we used. And now we just use Drain Punch to get health back and try and survive the 3 turns. You should at least be able to survive 2 and then get a priority Vacuum Wave. Is it called Vacuum Wave? Yeah. And then get a priority Vacuum Wave for the turn after. Okay, and then every time you get attacked, you are going to get an extra charge for your Rage Fist, increasing its power by 50 every single time. Now we're not going to need to use a Vacuum Wave here. We're just gonna keep using Drain Punch. Dragon Claw, unless we get unlucky crit, we don't. Amazing. When you get your Terra charges, honestly, you can just let yourself go down, because now you're doing a lot of damage. We get health back, and he's probably going to finish us off here. Is he going to finish us off here? Honestly, I'm terrestrializing and then using Rage Fist here, because I don't think he finishes us off here. If he will finish you off, you can go down, that's fine. If you go down, it's not the end of the world. You can go down twice and still win this raid. So I'm counting on us surviving this attack right here, because we are on the +1 defense. And let's see if he takes us down. Don't think he will. 4 health. Don't risk that. Don't be like me. Don't risk that. That was too risky. But carrying on. Technically there, he would have gone down and then come back. Okay, so we get a lot of health back. Every time we get hit, we are just getting more and more health back every single time. Energy Ball, okay. So it removes negative effects from himself. And then we'll just use the Rage Fist again. There's the Dragon Claw. We don't mind that. So now we're just going to keep using Rage Fist. There's the next one. It's at 350 power. So you're going to do a lot of damage even after the remove negative effects and get a good amount of health back. And then he will use... oh, there's the Clanging Scales. Forgot about that one. But yeah, he will use Clanging Scales to do damage. and he will just keep using close combat on your actual teammates and damaging them. And then you can just keep using your Rage Fist. Okay, he does damage there. But because he would have took down our teammates with his close combats, we can attack him here and do more damage that we were going to do last time. We get a lot of health back there. And now he will probably nullify here. Yep, there's a nullify. Now right here, what you want to do is you want to reuse that bulk up. Because he's going to do a lot of damage to you. So you want to get that bulk up back. And then when the shield breaks, you can put a second bulk up if you really want to. But you don't have to. Now we're going to use Rage Fist. We'll survive the Dragon Claw. And then use Rage Fist. Amazing. Now ideally you want an Intimidate user. I'm just showing you it can be done without one. Here we go. We break the shield. We go back to a lot of health. Full health even. But you don't need an Intimidate user to do this with Annihilate. But if you have one, it's going to make it so much easier that it'll be kind of crazy. Now, I prefer Magearna on this. I think it's a lot better, a lot safer than you just get special attack boost every single turn. And you don't get hit by the move that hits everyone, because that does like half your health. But I think Annihilate here is going to be a very solid option for people that don't have Magearna. I'd say it's more risk, but you can get the job done quicker if you don't go down, right? Okay, and here's the last Rage Fist, probably, that will take him out. Boom. Oh no, never mind. We get some health back though, and we'll take him out next turn instead. He did remove negative effects, forgot about that. This turn will be the one. He uses Dragon Claw, so that's his last attack. And now we finish him off. And boom, he goes down. There we go, a Rage Fist. And finishing it with a crit. Not that we needed it. Crit would have been nice earlier, but it is what it is. Don't be as risky as I was at the start of this raid. I was just doing it because, you know, I was taking a chance, basically. You don't want to take chances and do whole raids over again. But you'll have an Intimidate user, so you'll probably never be in that position. I've done 2 of these raids, like, to the end, and got 1 Herba Mystica combined. That's terrible. But I guess that's just a look of the draw, because it is genuinely great for farming Herba Mystica. So, that's going to be the solo option for if you don't have Magearna. You know what you guys are using if you're not using Magearna, if you're not using Annihilate. I have tested out a Spaffra. I don't think it's as good as either of these. But let me know what you're using. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.